Making Miles Prowler's collar for his jacket out of EVA foam. Here's how you do it. What is Blazing Dragon Ninjas? It has certainly been a while, but aside from that, let's jump straight into the video. This is my reference picture for the collar, and I have seen many other references with the color being purple at the back. I'll show you this image right here when they announced the trailer for Beyond, and this pretty much confirms that the collar is pink all the way around. I did a rough sketch of what it should look like, considering that the image from the back shows that it's not exactly aligned in height, but from the front it does look like it's perfectly aligned. So I had to design it in such a way that shows that from the front and the back that it has different heights and angles. I do want to make a template of this, and I'm not exactly sure how. Be sure to comment down below how I should make a template. So now I'm going to start cutting out the collar. All you need for this is simply just some Dollarama poster board that you're going to place onto some EVA foam after you're done cutting out. Now moving on to translating it onto EVA foam, I'm simply just going to take a Sharpie and trace out the template. And we're back at it again with more cutting. And by the way, the EVA foam's thickness should be about 1 millimeter. As we get later on into the video, it'll make more sense why we're using such a thin layer of EVA foam. So now this brings us on to my mistake segment. I used the pink vinyl wrap onto the black EVA foam, which I already wasn't a good idea. And also I don't feel like the pink vinyl stayed too well onto the EVA foam. When I folded it, it started to like bubble and not stick on. Maybe comment down below and explain if there's anything I could have done better, because the pink vinyl does look good, but it just didn't work out too well. Now for round 2, I'm just going to be duplicating the template onto some white EVA foam. And again, this is 1 millimeter. As for the reason why we're using 1 millimeter, is simply because we're going to sandwich it between another 1 millimeter of the same template, which in the middle will have some metal framing. Speaking of which, we're going to start with an aluminum sheet metal, which is a part of the metal framing. These are simply going to be as long as the spikes are tall on your collar. For optimal malleability, you're simply just going to have to fold it in half. Now this could be up to you, but you also have the option to use an aluminum wire and put that all the way around. But the only issue is that you'll see each of the lines that the aluminum wire will leave. Although the major benefit of using aluminum wire is definitely a great form holding and malleability. So what I'm making right now is a mistake, and this is why I prefer aluminum wire, because I wanted to make something malleable for the base of the collar, but it didn't work out. Look at it, it's terrible. Yuck. Alright, now to actually go for the aluminum wire, this is how it will look like. And as you can see, I have it placed along the upper base of the collar. I'm now going to go ahead and start placing the aluminum sheet metal on the spikes of the collar. Although, I really do wish I put the aluminum sheet metal over the aluminum wire. I feel like it might have made a more seamless cohesion. Now I'm going to grab my other 1 millimeter collar and place it on top of the other. And now I should be able to bend it, and if it holds shape, perfect. That's it working. Now I'm just going to clean up any edges that don't align with some scissors. Now time to solidify the piece with some paint. And I'll be using some neon blacklight pink paint mixed with some white. Might I also add that you want to heat treat your EVA foam with the heat gun right before you paint, because this actually seals in the pores that makes the EVA foam less absorbent, and this makes the paint go onto the EVA foam easier and keeps the color more saturated. So I would advise definitely heat treating your EVA foam before you start painting. And now you're probably wondering, okay, so how do I treat my EVA foam? And my answer to that is simply just that you're gonna have to use your heat gun at a certain distance away from the EVA foam. This is so you don't actually burn the EVA foam, but you want to apply it evenly amongst the surface for about 20 seconds. By then, you'll start to notice that the texture starts to appear very sparkly, and you'll also notice that it's a bit more rigid. That's how you know it's probably being completely heat treated. Although the sparkliness is definitely way more apparent on black EVA foam, White EVA foam is going to be a little bit more difficult, but you will also notice a slight color change when it comes to white EVA foam. Well, this was a pretty niche video, so I do hope it helps anybody who's attempting to make Prowler for themselves. Be sure to burn the like button and subscribe, and later Dragon Ninjas.